Let's take a look at a couple of examples to try to find the volume of a pyramid. The first one here is just words. Okay, I've drawn out a diagram already. You'll notice on your page there's no diagram, but here's a diagram of a pyramid. We have a square pyramid that has a base length of 17 meters and a height of 16.5 meters. So what that means is that this base side right here is going to be 17 meters, and our height on the inside is 16.5 meters. Okay, we'll try to put it right there. Okay, so that's going to be our height. This is going to be our base length. Now, for a square-based pyramid, and we can look at our surface area formulas here. Okay, square-based pyramid, we have volume right here is b squared times height divided by 3. So when we put in our volume, we're going to do volume is equal to base squared times height divided by 3. Now, as a reminder again, and we've gone through this a few times in class, is to make sure that when we have a letter beside each other, we're multiplying. Okay, that's multiplying. And when there's a squared on a letter, then only that number is squared. I'm going to go through the example with you with how to do that with a calculator as well. So our formula then, volume is equal to the base, which is 17 meters squared, times the height, which is 16.5 meters, and we're going to divide the whole thing by 3. All right, so we're going to divide the whole thing by 3. Now, on your calculators, and here's mine, I'm going to do 17 squared, and that is here to the power of 2, times 16.5. Now, notice the squared is only on the 17, not on 16.5. And then we're going to divide that all by 3. And we're going to get an area of 1,589.5. So that is, or sorry, that's not an area, that is a volume. The volume is equal to 1,589.5 meters cubed. Now again, that's the volume, so we do our units cubed. So volume is the base area, okay, 17 squared times the height divided by 3. Let's go down to the next question here. We have a rectangular based pyramid, and we know it's rectangular because the length and the width are different. Okay, the length and the width are different, so it is a rectangular based pyramid. Now, to find the volume of a rectangular based pyramid, we can, volume is equal to, we can look at our formula page, rectangular based, length times width times height divided by 3. Length, width, height divided by 3. Okay, that's because it's a rectangular based pyramid. So we're going to do volume is equal to 10 inches times 8 inches times 6 inches divided by 3. Okay, 10 times 8 times 6 divided by 3. With your calculators, that is 10 times 8 times 6 divided by 3. Okay, 10 times 8 times 6 divided by 3. If we get an answer of 160, so our volume is 160, now we do units, inches cubed. Okay, so again, base area is length times width and time multiplied by the height. Now again, we can label this as well. This is our length right here. This is our width. And this is our height. Okay, so those three, we have our length, width, and height. Length, width, height divided by 3. Order really doesn't matter, but we need to make sure we understand that it's base times height, or base area times height divided by 3. All right, let's do a couple more examples here. Now we're moving away from our square and rectangular based, if we want to call them nice pyramids, and we're moving into a pentagonal pyramid and a we have a triangular pyramid. So right angle triangle right here. So what we're going to be using in both cases here is we're going to use the formula volume is equal to base area times height divided by 3. Okay, so we need to find the area of the base, multiply by the height, and then divide by 3. Now this line right here, it's on the outside, so that represents our height. It's not up against the side, it's straight up and down. This one's down the middle, so that represents height as well. If we're given slant height, then we need to go through and find the actual height, and we use Pythagorean theorem, we just use that backwards. So let's do this one here first. We have a pentagonal pyramid. to find the area of a pentagon, the area of a pentagon is equal to base times apothem times number of sides divided by 2. So we want to find this, and we're going to plug it into here. Okay. Or we can do it actually all together. And I like doing it all together. So volume is equal to that base area. So this is VAN divided by 2 times our height, and we divide that all by 3. Okay. So base times apothem times number of sides divided by 2 times the height divided by 3. I'm just going to sneak that up there because I'll need a little more room down here to complete my calculations here. So our volume, let's plug in our values here. Volume is equal to base is 5 feet times the apothem, which is 3 feet, times the number of sides, which is 5. Now we're going to divide that all by 2. And I can get rid of these here. There we go, and put the bracket there. All right, and then we're going to multiply by the height. The height is 73 feet. And then we're going to divide this whole thing by 3. All right, so this is a big thing. And now I've got some brackets in here because we want to make sure we do this first, then we multiply by the 73. So let's do that here. We got we're going to do brackets. 5 times 4 times 3 times 5 divided by 2. And then we're going to times that by 73, and we're going to divide the whole thing by 3. Now, if you want to do this separately, then times by 73 and then divide by 3, you can totally do that. But in any case, you're still going to get the answer of 912.5. So get to the outside here. The volume in this case here is 912.5 feet cubed. And let's get the V in there. There we go. The V wanted to be on the outside apparently. All right, so that's our volume then. Okay, so again, we know that we find the area of the base. Okay, it's a pentagon. We can plug that in, or we can find the area first and then plug that answer in. We would get 20, so this would be 50. Okay, 50 times 73 divided by 3. Okay, so you can do that as well. And I'll show you exactly on this case here. So here we have a triangular prism where we have a base, which is a triangle 14 by 8. Okay, it's right angle, so it's a 14 by 8 triangle. And so I'm going to do the area of a triangle. And so we're going to do 14 times 8, and we're going to divide that by 2. And the area of our base, 14 times 8 divided by 2 is 56. This is going to be 56 units squared. We don't actually have units, so if you want to write in units squared, you can. That's our area. Now remember, volume is the base area, which we just found. That's our base area, times height divided by 3. So to find the volume of our triangular prism, volume is equal to the base area, 56 units squared, times by our height, which is 17 units, divided by 3. All right, so again, this is already squared, so it's just 56, that's all it is. So it's 56 times 17 divided by 3. And we get 317.33 repeated. And so we're going to put in our answer of 317.33 because we're going to do 2 decimal places, units cubed. Now here it's squared because it's an area, here it's cubed because it is a volume. Be very careful, make sure that you are always putting in your units properly, and they're always going to be cubed when we have volume.